Hello everyone, welcome back to the Driple Studios channel. Today we're going to be continuing our platformer in Scratch series. Last episode we made the movement and the level just so we can actually move around the level and allow the platformer to be a platformer. Then this episode we're going to be creating both the win and lose conditions as well as obstacles. Let's jump straight in. So let's quickly create both the win and lose conditions. So to create the win condition, we're just going to go and create a new sprite. I'm just going to quickly create a green square, nothing too fancy, just something like this will do. I'm then going to rename the sprite to win condition, and I'm going to shrink the square down to something like size 20 and pop it right in the top right corner, like so. There we go. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go to events and grab a when green flag clicked. I'm then going to set it so it will constantly go into this position every time the green flag is clicked. I'm also going to click show. The next thing we want to do is head over to backdrops. We're going to click backdrops and we're going to create a new one. To create a new one, we're going to go down over here to choose a backdrop. We're going to hover over it and we're going to click paint. I'm then going to call this win. I'm then just going to create a green background and add some text. A very simple win background. I'm just going to call it, write the text, you win, with a nice little exclamation mark. Size it up and center it in the screen, like so. I will add a nice underlining, just so they know they did win. That's very good. There we go. But inside of win condition, we're then going to go and create the code that would mean if the player touched the win condition, they would win the game. So to do this, we're going to go to events, go when green flag clicked, going to go down to control, forever, if then, sensing, touching, player, we want to broadcast message 1. Obviously, we're not going to broadcast message 1 because message 1 is the default message. We don't want that. So we're just going to click on it and click new message. In this, we're then going to say win game. We're going to hit OK, and we're going to just drag out when I receive message 1. So instead of message 1, I want to click on it and just click win game. I'm going to go to looks, switch backdrop to win, and we're going to hide. I'm going to put hide just above, just so we don't get a split frame of being able to see all the sprites inside. We don't want that. And we're just going to drop this code in every single sprite we have. So as you can see here, it's now in all of them. So I'm just going to remove the switch backdrop because we don't need it to be in every single backdrop. We only need it in one, and we're just going to do that in the win condition. We don't even need it in the win condition. We can do it in the backdrop just so it makes a bit more sense. So we don't need to hide in the backdrop because our backdrop can't hide. I'm just going to switch the backdrop to win. So for now we click play and we reach the win condition. We get the win condition and that is the game over. It's a very similar thing with the lose condition. So we're just we don't need a sprite. We will create a sprite, but that will be the obstacle. So what we want to do is just go to backdrops. I'm just going to duplicate our win and we're going to call it loss. That's lose, lost, lose. Either way, it works. We're going to click on the square and we're just going to make it in red. And then the text, we're just going to edit that to be you lose. Just recenter that. And then we're going to delete that underlining just because it's not as special as winning. With the backdrop setup, we can then go and right click our win condition. And we're just going to call this obstacle, and we're going to change the sprite to something a bit more menacing, let's say. So let's just, there we go, and let's just place that up here. Let's just place that right there. Obstacle, we're then going to just set the motion, set the go-to coordinates to be where we want it to be, and instead of broadcasting the win game, we want to click new message and click lose game. And when I receive win game, we want to make sure we keep that there We want to right click, duplicate it, and we want to get lose game. And then we can just drag that and put that in every single sprite we have. In the backdrop, do the same thing, right click it, switch the message to lose game, and then instead of switching the backdrop to win, switch it to loss. This way, if we now touch the blue square, we lose the game. So that is now our win and lose condition alongside obstacle. Now let's say, for example, we want the obstacle to move from point A to point B. So let's say we want it to just move from left to right. We can do that. So what we want to do is go to events, and we want to get a when green flag clicked. We want to go to forever, and we want to get two if thens and go operators, sorry. We want to grab two equal tos, and we want to grab X position, that's Y position, X positions like this. So the first position we want is -191, and the next position we want, let's say, is -216. We then want to grab glide 1 second in both of them, and we want to set this one down here to -191, and this one up here will be 216. The glide 1 seconds will be the speed. So as you can see here, the obstacle is now moving left to right, which means we can, in theory, dodge the obstacle. Obviously, it's a bit hard considering where I put it. Let me just put it somewhere else. So if we just put it here, we can change and grab both of these coordinates. And we can also change the coordinates like this. So if we have it here, so we're going to change this to be -18, we're going to change that to be -25, and this will be 18, and we want it to be 62, and this will be -25. We don't want it to go up. Right, so let's now try get it into a position where we will be able to jump over it. There we go, I accidentally touched it. It is possible to jump over, it's just all about timing. It is possible, obviously it would be a lot easier with longer platforms, and I'm not very good at platformers, evidently. But there we go, that's how we create both a win condition, a loss condition, and a obstacle that can either be static or can move between 2 points. That'll be all for today's episode. If you guys did enjoy, please do leave a like and subscribe, and I will see you all in the next one. Goodbye.